America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No. That's there from the planning commission.
Thank you.
Everybody have a chance to look at the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting?
From, what was that, August, September?
Yep, September.
I'll second it.
Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any old business? I have one thing I want to bring up under old business is, maybe we get George putting his report for, the golf course.
I'm gonna ask Tom to give me a report. Status report,
And see if we can find out about that, because they presented it back in, I think it was February, and they were supposed to have that taken care of, and it's November, and we haven't received anything.
Well, I know he told me, he said that they got bought out by somebody else.
Stormwater issue.
Did you hear that, Gary?
I had heard that. I hadn't seen anything in the paper about it yet.
You mean they sold the property?
Who's that? The golf course?
Rumor has it.
They're being absorbed by a bigger company.
Okay. Anybody have anything, other old business? Gary, how you coming with your that simple subdivision stuff?
Once things smooth out for me a little bit at home, which is looking closer, I'm sad to say, then we're probably inside weeks, then I'll be back to being able to work on some of this stuff.
Okay.
So, right at the moment, I just don't have time or energy to be trying to get it together.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? New business. We have a subdivision from Costanza.
Yeah. There's Mr. Costanza's planning commission letter, which they sent me, but they didn't sign his maps. So he's gonna have to take them down and get them to sign them.
And their only concern was being that that's in a subsidence area.
It's a simple line movement, right? Over 2 acres left in both parcels.
Yes, sir?
No request for additional sewage or anything else.
No, sir. His pond got bigger. He don't know how since the last. In October, you gave him a subdivision, and now he's selling, and he claims his pond got bigger, and he don't know how.
Does it violate any of our processes when you review?
No, he did not. Unless he didn't get a grading permit when he did the pond. I don't know. No.
The only question I got is, okay, when we have a minimum of 2 acre subdivision for that, but this really doesn't affect that because he's just making one parcel bigger.
Making one bigger and the other smaller,
And
but
it's
it's
still-
over 2 acres
It's still into
on
the
both sides.
Right.
Yeah, but this is his other subdivision you just passed last year.
Mhm.
And he said he wants to sell this, and he don't want to give him 3/4 of a pond. So he wants to take the 5 acres and push it in here, which would reduce this, but it's still over 2 acres.
Does he have a non-building waiver on this here? Does he have a perk test on this property?
This was the house that he built for the other guy right here. Now, what's this out here?
That's
just-
vacant land.
That's just vacant,
Right.
okay. But this is no longer, this is not theirs, this is his, right?
No, he sold that.
Okay, he sold it, okay. It was his, though.
Right.
Well, according to this, when did he buy the Brzezinski property?
10, 15 years ago?
Where's the subdivision for that portion?
This is all,
No idea.
So whoever owns this.
I don't know.
I mean, this
Yeah.
shows the
Oh.
subdivision for his
Yeah.
main house and everything. Where did this subdivision come from? When was this ever approved?
he had to have that go through. that would be.
But this, yeah,
But we're looking, Gary, we've gotta be talking 6, 8 years ago.
Okay,
Because she didn't last that long, and all I know is he built a house, and then she decided she didn't wanna live in the country anymore.
Send
And
his
told her dad
daughter.
that she was gonna, it was a
It was
daughter.
built for his daughter.
Yeah, that's what I
She
mean.
built
That's
it for the
where,
daughter.
and
then-
George is married to the other
Yeah,
daughter.
Georgie's over here.
Okay,
Oh, he's clear over here, okay.
and he's here too.
That's his parents.
That's his parents.
Oh,
Yeah, okay,
Oh,
so here's
that's
the
right.
line, here's the driveway, Georgie's right here.
all right, well, you're one of the old guys on this thing, so you saying you do remember that actually being subdivided. We're not
Oh,
approving that
no, that's,
subdivision,
no,
we're
that's,
approving this
that
whole
was
piece.
subdivided off.
Right.
Yeah, but don't we need to know if this has been perked?
Shared driveway for George.
Not,
Not if he has,
No.
with the acreage.
if it was already approved as a subdivision prior to us requiring that requirement, then I don't think.
Yeah, but this is we're still doing a new subdivision though. We still should have papers on this.
Well, this is where the argument is. Are we doing a subdivision or are we doing a line movement? Because our code reads both ways. And that's where the dilemma comes in with all these. That's part of this whole idea that we need to fix some of these issues that are a little bit less clear cut. There's an argument there that all he's really asking for is a line to be moved. And hey, since he owns both properties, he has the right to ask for that line to be moved. Much like John did with his 3 properties that came through and said, I wanna consolidate this, so now the new line is gonna be in the middle of what was the old line. So, I understand what you're saying, Bill, but number one, he can't get a permit to do the build to build something there
Without a
without
septic.
getting the sewage. So it's not like as if it'll fall through the cracks if we don't approve this.
I'll
yeah,
make,
that's like a safe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll make a motion to accept the line change on the Costanza property.
okay, I'll second it.
Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Any other new business? George, do we have anything else?
No, I do not. I have 2, 3, 4 that are still in the pipeline. They'll be done by the end of the month. Well, that guy was here too. He's from Paris North.
Here, right? That's something.
I could have about 4 or 5 for next month's meeting.
If everything comes in?
See, in this house.
The biggest thing is that
He
man
sold
was
it.
right here.
Right, Gary?
We have 128
The house for
acres in
$1.
Cherry
And
Valley.
they decided he sold that. With the
That man
55
was
acres?
the surveyor and stuff and prepared.
Does he still have this? Oh, here? He must.
The engineers have about 15 things wrong, and they sent it back to what I thought was him. But he never got the plan review. Apparently, I showed it sitting in some office somewhere. So he's going tomorrow to get the plan,
that's what got auctioned
and
off.
start fixing whatever his problems are. They're pretty extensive.
Anybody have anything else? Wayne, you have anything?
No.
Gary?
Okay.